Hello everyone. Today I'm going to speak about the Puri Jagannath story. The story of Lord Jagannatha, meaning the Lord of the Universe of Puri, Odisha, is one of the most fascinating and deeply spiritual legends in Hindu tradition. It weaves together devotion, mystery, and transformation with strong ties to Lord Krishna, Lord Balabhadra, that is Balarama, and Goddess Subhadra. Now, here goes the story. Once upon a time, King Indradyumna, a ruler of Malwa, ancient kingdom, had a divine dream. In his dream, Lord Vishnu appeared as Neela Madhava, a dazzling blue deity worshipped secretly by a tribal chief named Vishwavasu in a dense forest called Neelachala, that is a blue mountain, the present day which is called as Puri. Determined to find this deity, Indradyumna sent his priest Vidyanidhi, sometimes called as Vidyapati, to search for Neelamadhava. Now, after a lot of searching, Vidyapati found the Sabara, that is tribal chief Vishwavasu, who worshipped Neelamadhava secretly. At first, Vishwavasu refused to reveal the location of the Lord, but Vidyapati married his daughter Lalita and eventually persuaded Vishwavasu to take him blindfolded to the shrine. Now, clever Vidyapati dropped mustard seed along the way so that when they sprouted, the path would be marked. When he returned, he told King Indradyumna about the secret place. King Indradyumna rushed to the forest to see the deity, but when he reached, Neelamadhava has disappeared. Disheartened, he fell into deep meditation and prayed to Lord Vishnu. In his dream, the Lord appeared again and said, "Do not grieve, O king, I will manifest once more from the sacred wood floating in the ocean." Soon after, a mystical log of wood emitting divine fragrance and light was found floating in the sea. The king realized it was the Lord's new form and tried to move it, but no one could lift it. Then an old carpenter appeared. Now, this carpenter is believed to be Lord Vishwakarma, the divine architect, and offered to carve the deities on one condition: "No one should disturb me until the work is complete. If you open the door before I finish, I will stop immediately." Now the carpenter locked himself inside and began his work. Day passed, 14 days, 15 days, and the sound of chiseling suddenly stopped. Queen Gundicha, anxious that the carpenter must have died, begged the king to open the door. The king reluctantly opened it and found three incomplete idols with unfinished hands and feet but glowing with divine life. At that moment, the old carpenter vanished. A heavenly voice proclaimed, "O king, I have manifested in this form. Worship me as Jagannatha along with my brother Balabhadra and my sister Subhadra." Thus, the unique form of Jagannatha, Balabhadra, and Subhadra were established. King Indradyumna built the magnificent Jagannatha temple at Puri and began to worship according to divine instructions. Every year, the deities are taken out of the temple in grand procession of Gundicha temple, symbolizing the Lord's visit to his aunt's home in the world famous Ratha Yatra. Lord Jagannatha represents Krishna, Balabhadra represents Balarama, the elder brother. Subhadra symbolizes divine feminine energy, yoga, and balance. Their unfinished forms signify that God is beyond human imagination and physical perfection. He reveals himself only as much as we can perceive. Now, there's another story from the Puranas which says that Krishna left his mortal body and his heart did not burn in the funeral fire. It was carried to Neelachala, where Vishwakarma placed it inside the wooden idol of Jagannatha, symbolizing that Krishna's heart still resides in Puri. This heart is known as a Brahma Padartha and is transferred into new idol every 12 to 19 years during the Nabakalebara ritual. If we speak about Ratha Yatra of Lord Jagannatha, in the Jagannatha temple of Puri, Lord Jagannatha lives with his brother Balabhadra and sister goddess Subhadra. Now they are worshipped together in this sanctum, receiving prayers and offerings from millions of devotees. But once every year, something extraordinary happens. The three siblings leave the temple and travel in grand chariots to their aunt's home, the Gundicha temple about 3 kilometers away. This is the Ratha Yatra symbolizing divine play and love. There's a reason for the journey. The legend says that one day Subhadra Devi expressed a wish to see Vrindavan, the land of Krishna's childhood pastimes. Here in this, Jagannatha, that is Krishna, and Balabhadra, that is Balrama, joyfully agreed to go out and visit. Their aunt Gundicha Devi invited them to their home, and thus began the tradition of the divine journey, a joyful homecoming of the Lord. Each deity travels in a separate, beautiful, decorated wooden chariot, freshly built every year. Jagannatha travels in yellow and red chariot. Balabhadra travels in a blue and red chariot, which represents strength and truth. And Subhadra travels in a black and red, which represents feminine energy and harmony. Thousands of devotees pull the ropes of their chariots through the streets of Puri chanting Hari Bolo. It is believed that even touching the rope cleanses one of all sins and grants divine grace. The deities stay in Gundicha temple for 9 days, enjoying rest, offerings, and love from devotees. This symbolizes the Lord's time spent with his childhood friends in Vrindavan, a period of pure joy and divine play. Now, during this period, the main temple in Puri is closed as the Lord is away.